Our destination of choice for a Scottish sporting holiday has always got to be the luxurious Cameron House Hotel on the shores of Loch Lomond. They got everything: a spa, seaplane, a motor cruiser, a second seaplane, and luxury detached accommodation in the form of a lodge that is just perfect for all the boys. So we booked up early and waited anxiously. But then something happened. Early morning, on the 18th of December 2017, a fire broke out. Tragically, 2 guests staying at the resort lost their lives in the blaze, and a good portion of the hotel was totally destroyed by the fire. The hotel's marina had remained unharmed in the blaze, so on arrival we booked a fishing trip with Alan Gibson, who we'd been out with pike fishing 2 years previously on Loch Lomond. But then, something else happened.
Hi James, sorry for the late notice. Bit of a kind of blow coming up. I think it's maybe going to be 80 odd mile an hour winds. Thought we might have missed it, but probably better cancel if we can arrange it for another day. If that's what she's give me a text going back to a chance. But I think it's going to be too blowy for us today. But we'll see what we can do it another day. Cheers.
Another day became the very next day, and all I can say is what a difference a day makes. Hard to believe that this tranquil loch had white horses crashing down on the shores only 24 hours earlier. At this point, our luck began to change.
Come to Daddy! He's not massive, is it?
Don't matter. Could be scrapper for.
Yeah. Nice. How old would he be?
Maybe a year or so old, probably.
It would appear Storm Alley had stirred up the food, and the pike were feeding extremely well the next day.
Oh! How about that bad boy?
That's nice.
That's a beautiful muscle fish. That's a strong fish.
That's good.
We got him. We got him. Let him get him back. Look at the teeth in that fella. Good long fish. Yeah. Well, fish about £12 maybe.
Wicked.
Beauty. That's why it takes so long to get them in, because when they get that strong.
They're fighting, aren't they? They fight well, I was surprised.
Deep, innit?
Yeah.
Good
Beautiful
teeth
fish.
as well, yeah.
Aye. Well, this is Rex Hunt Adventures. You've got to kiss it.
Oh, don't I'm not kidding. You ready? There you go.
Yep.
What's it, Alan, you ready?
Well, yeah, he had it for a while before we just took him out.
Simon caught his second fish in quick succession, and after this they kept coming and coming. Oliver was next to catch, and from the fight he had bringing it in, we knew it was going to be a big fish.
Well, we did say we're called for a 20.
Oh, that's good, isn't that?
We'll fix all this in a minute.
Once we had the fish out the water, it was clear that it wasn't only Oliver's lure wrapped round the fish.
Somebody else's hooked in it.
Yeah.
Not just ours.
So it's got another one in it, has
It's
it?
got somebody else's eye. Got a broken. Hey, in the tackle box there.
Line was tangled all round the fish's blood-filled gills. One slip at this point and it would have been game over.
Hold on. Still got line in it. It's got another line somewhere.
That's that. That's mine. I'll get rid of mine.
Water fish. Probably prefer it to get us back as quick as we can, because it'll be wild.
Catching a fish of this size is rewarding, but all the more so knowing you return it to the water in a better condition than you found it.
Yeah, there's a white.
Done it a big favour getting rid of all that stuff.
Yeah.
Good job with that help you bring in, Oliver.
They were trying to sabotage, I reckon.
Bloody sabotage.
He's not ready yet.
Not only were we catching lots of fish after the storm, but the pike were of good size too. We had caught and released a lot of pike from Loch Lomond on our morning out, and the time had just flown by. We had to call it a day at some point and give the fish a rest.
There we go.
But not for too long, hopefully, as we plan to return and have another trip out with Alan next time we're up at the hotel. It had been a quiet time for the seaplane with the loss of the hotel, and the first charter we had seen took off as we headed back in. It was so noticeable that the area had suffered the loss of the hotel. The local shops were very quiet, and Alan himself admitted that it had been a very quiet year. There is a feeling of uncertainty about what the future holds for the hotel, but it seems after the fire and Storm Alley striking us, this excellent fishing trip perhaps marks a change of fortunes for the resort. If you are planning a trip up to Glasgow or Loch Lomond, please do consider going and seeing Alan. He's based at Cameron House Marina, or you can find him by googling Alan Gibson Loch Lomond pike fishing. Before we left the resort, it was announced that Cameron House was to rebuild and reopen a new hotel, and it was under this spirit of optimism that we left and look forward to happy days ahead back at Cameron House.